Alright guys, this is Axel for Reviews, and today I have with me, why don't you introduce yourself guys?
Hi, this is IceTitan123 video.
Hey everyone, this is SliceOfAnimeManga720.
Recon. Recon.
You there, Recon? Yes, he stepped out. Okay.
Well, King Recon is in the room.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's
so
in the
step
room.
right into it.
He's in the room. Go and sub. Just channel.
Alright, so starting with the Chunin exams. Anything you want to say about the Chunin exams before we take it apart piece of piece?
Oh man, like that brought me back a lot of memories back in middle school. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right. Well, the Chunin exams for a lot of Naruto fans is probably everyone's favorite part, especially when it gets to the prelim finals and the actual finals and the actual war that is actually the Sand and Sound versus the Elite, then it's the Otokage versus Orochimaru, and then it's my own personal favorite part, Naruto versus Agara. You know, and he actually and basically that's when Naruto returns Kamabunta into the Nine-Tailed Fox, and he's fighting the One-Tailed.
Yeah, those are some sick fights that they lead it right into.
Yeah, just so much fun. But I will admit that it did kind of start off kind of slow. But
I mean, every arc needs to build up first.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but it did
That's
pick up.
a building point to get the highlights.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I think we're gonna knock off the first exam real quick because it was pretty badass, like the way they approached it. Aside from that, the first exam is more or less, a small portion of the whole overall arc.
Yeah. And pretty much, Naruto, he got past the first exam.
You mean the taking it?
The actual written part. And he actually, got by basically not doing a single thing. Okay. But
Naruto and Shikamaru both.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it was an interesting approach to see them actually do a written exam. You think, oh, it's gonna be a badass ninja exam, and first thing we see is to go to pen and paper like we do at school.
Yeah. And yeah, then as soon as he sees that he's gonna do this test on a pen and paper, like oh shit, I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know this shit. But one of my favorite parts with that with the false test was actually with Tenten. You know, she actually had the meals rigged up with the actual aisles. You know, just so to kind of copy to copy the answers out of all the other people. I'm like, that's genius. That's fucking genius.
Oh, back to the early days when Tintin did something.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that was actually really Tenten's big shining moment in the entire Chunin exams. Which is kind of sad, actually. I gotta think about it.
It was pretty sad. Because, I mean, you see how like she flies up in the air and everything. Like, they really showed Tintin off.
Yeah.
So the results ended up pretty sad overall.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, she had to fight oh fuck, Tamai and the actual prelims, and the thing is also Tamai was toying with all the entire time, toying with Tenten. And, you know, Tenten was trying her damnedest to beat Tamai, and that was not happening. This wasn't happening. I'm like, oh my god. Tenten, Tenten, please. Please, just leave. Just get up now. You're not gonna win. I'm sorry.
I know. This is why I do not like Tintin at all.
You know, I actually feel like I'm just because just because she was on the same team that was I was actually with Neji Walkley, plus also a guy. She was overshadowed. You know, she was the weapons expert. Okay, that's cool. And Nexi has the Kugan Baklian guy. They can't use and she shoots it. Again and shoots, but they got real badass I jutsu, so that kind of shadows Tenten too. But I do feel like Tenten could have been something really awesome. But
I mean,
she didn't.
She was badass when it came to range. It's just the fact that Neji and Lee have these advanced techniques that most Jonin can't do. They're in your face. Well, she is good at what she does. She's power back, and she's more of a support role. So she didn't get many moments to shine.
Yeah.
I mean, Neji, almost all of his moves were Jonin level, and Lee, majority of ninjas can't even do the shit he does. So, poor Tintin just outshadowed.
Yeah, exactly. And well, that's actually thing is how you actually said Neji's moves, they were all Shonin level, and that actually makes sense because because after the actual time Neji was the only one that I was actually already Chunin. Unless the actual was they were Chunin. Neji was the only Chunin. So basically, that kind of foreshadowed his actual level of his level of power very early on.
Early on, when we first saw Neji, they said that he is the last year's Sasuke. But Sasuke is way above everyone else of his year. That just tells you that Neji is going to be a top tier dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which actually makes his death all the more sad.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of spoilers. We're talking about Chunin's death. But yeah, it's fine. So from there, like we thought, okay, that's like Neji Squad, and we saw a return of the 9 Ginning. What do y'all think about that?
The 9 Ginning, seeing that the manga didn't mention them, but then in the anime, well, let's see, yeah, the manga did introduce the 9 Ginning, but in the anime, introduced them there. Yeah. That was pretty cool to see it back, Like when I started out the series, I was like, are we ever going to see them again? And when this arc rolled around, I was like, oh man, we saw them again. So what we're going to see more of their skills and whatnot.
Yeah, I like how they introduced them as a group that's, they're obviously they're the head of their, their top squads of their year.
Oh yeah,
they're the only ones who made it. Because normally you're not accepted Chunin exams till a full year of being ninja. And I think they went in after a month or two, after they got their birthday or something like that. So they went in pretty early. Because they're skilled. And I mean, we get kind of Naruto's group. It's kind of balanced. Like Sakura's low tier, Naruto's mid tier, Sasuke's high tier. And then you get Ina Shikacho, and at first we think that they're all, a misfit gang, and they turn out to be a really badass combination.
Oh yeah.
And then we see Hinata, Kiba, and Shino. At first, those were just the random people we saw in the background, just watching them. And by the time the Chunin exam started, they made them off to be experts, badasses. And when they did all the tracking, they owned everyone.
Yeah, and and also but I actually saw Hinata's fight with Neji on the actual prelims. That actually when I was hoping right then. That's when I was hoping Hinata would get longer because honestly, Neji could have killed her right then and there.
Neji would have for the intervention.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, that's your cousin. That's your family member.
Not only family member. She's not only his cousin, family member. She's also the person he's destined to guard. And so it's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude? I'm like, dude.
Yeah, back to when Neji was a prick.
So that's when I was like, really hoping Hinata got more and more powerful because, she needed it.
I think it was obvious they would get stronger, but the question was, would they get strong enough to compete?
Yeah.
Would Hinata ever be able to outskill Neji? You know, that's a question that everyone got when they first saw the fight. Is he owned her? Like, it was kind of sad. Like, she's really
Yeah.
good, all determination, trying so hard. He was just better, and there's nothing she could do about it.
Yeah. The actual one fight where I was kind of face palming the entire time was Sakura versus Ano, and it ended up in a tie. I'm like, really?
I thought the tie was a little face palmish, but I did enjoy it, and it did show that they've grown equally. Which I think that's kind of the point behind it, that they weren't at everyone's level, but they still kept up with each other.
Yeah. You know, but I honestly, I'm a think really should have, I'm a won because it was really obvious was several tiers above Sakura.
Oh, wait here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was the whole thing in the fight, where Ino's like, holy shit, Sakura's actually come up to my level? Like, when that happened, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
she stopped, had a moment where she talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't mind Ino not winning. I do think that she should have, but
Yeah.
when she caught Sakura with her mind, she should have won right there. But what gets me is the fact that, Sakura has that inner Sakura, and, that bullshit got her out of there.
Yeah.
And the reason I call it bullshit is that's not her anything to do with her. Like, you think that maybe that's something with her. Because at first you think, yeah, maybe that's like
I know Sakura is never even. I know Sakura is never mentioned past that point. I'm like, isn't there like a little, Sakura? I mean,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? Like, never
See,
mentioned
at
it.
first,
Never mentioned.
I thought it was her power at first. I thought it was like an inner self. Maybe in the future she can ascend it from body or something. I don't know. I thought there was something going on there. But the fact that it was explained off as her girl emotions, and that's the reason why she overcame a jutsu that takes over the mind because of her girl emotions. I think that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is bullshit. I'm like, I'm like, she Emoto really could have gone someplace with that, but he didn't. And that's actually like something else.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
I'm
actually,
not entirely. What?
That's actually part of it that makes me mad. Is he really could have taken it somewhere, and
Yeah,
how he
exactly.
went with her character was being so powerful. Like, she came a bruiser. Like, she had all that raw strength. Imagine if she used her jutsu with her inner self to enhance her strength or something. That would have made a lot of sense. I don't know why he didn't do that route.
Exactly. That could have been better.
Yeah, that would have actually made Sakura get actually kneel, a Naruto and Sasuke's I'm a level.
Yeah, and I can see
Not actually at the level, but get kneel the level.
Yeah, and look at that. I can see that bringing a lot of fans to her because of her power. Because she has no powers. She's just a brainy girl.
Yeah.
So have like that brute thing be kind of cool. And I actually saw a fan art picture before that made me so mad that it wasn't real. It was Sasuke and Sakura standing hand to hand. Sasuke had Susanoo O up behind him, and Sakura had her inner self up behind her, and Susanoo O inner self are holding hands. I was like, that's so badass.
Would have been beat.
Yeah, I'm like, that makes me mad because Sakura did have all of this potential, but I mean, wasted potential. I'm like, okay, whatever, Kishimoto, whatever. You obviously hate him.
She originally was not intended to be a main character in Shippuden. She's supposed to be a main character in Naruto and come off as support. But due to popularity, yeah, popularity, believe it or not, she was made the main hero.
Yeah, what popularity? What is the popularity?
Right? So yeah, that was an interview, I believe. They said that Hinata was supposed to be the main female, but it was changed to Sakura due to popularity for Shippuden.
Everyone should like Hinata better than Sakura.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, unless Sakura, she abused Naruto day after day. I mean, like, how the hell is this popular?
And how do they ship it?
Hey, King Recon, you back?
Wait, Sakura is popular?
It's like...
Yeah. She had enough popularity to... Because originally Hinata was supposed to be main female for Shippuden, but due to her popularity, and since it was about Naruto and Sasuke, people wanted Sakura to finish the trio and be the main female.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy, man. I would have preferred Hinata to be real, but whatever. I'll stick it with Sakura.
Did you hear our conversation?
Nah, my bad.
Yeah. We were actually I don't know what you think about this, but we're talking about how her inner voice, how it was written off as her female emotions.
Okay.
And how we thought it was so bullshit that she won, mind jutsu because of her quote-unquote girl emotions.
Oh yeah, the child bull crap, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, no lie. At the time, I was super hyped because I thought that was gonna turn into something more later on. So I can't change it. Like I back in when that fight first aired, I thought that fight was amazing, especially whenever Sakura came in there, cut off the whatever. Hey, no lie, Sakura's is nasty. But when it comes to right now, looking back at it, yeah, that was some BS. No?
Because we also discussed her power. What if that was actually her clan ability? Because she had no abilities, but the inner Sakura was her ability. And I imagine that they used that to explain her strengths to Shippuden. How would you like that?
That would have been good. I would have really liked that.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it would have made it much more. I thought that's what they were leading for, was her inner strength. Was because.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but no, Kishimoto didn't do that.
Honestly, though, I still do like Sakura. Like I like her character, I guess you could say. I just wish that they would have added that. Like I really like the whole child thing. No lie, especially in the games. I would love to use that.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun to use.
I enjoy it. It has community behind it and it looks pretty good. The fact that it's like canon can make me mad. It's just emotion and her inner thoughts or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the inner thoughts probably hard
with a good support character, and like she got a lot of spotlight when she fought Sasori.
Yeah.
The Sasori fight.
Yeah. The Sasori fight was good for Sakura.
Like I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, with that fight, she did have help. She did have help with that. So I mean, just give her all of it. But for that, because she did have help. So you can't give her all the credit. Just can't. But.
Hey, it was an Akatsuki member.
Yeah. But
it was also an Akatsuki member that was voiced by Kurosaki Ichigo, bro. I mean, you can't, bro. I mean,
I actually have a lot to talk about that fight. The biggest thing that gets me is the story actually through the fight.
He didn't throw the fight.
He missed the first last
Sasori's voice actor is singer.
Ichigo, yeah.
Yeah, Chiyo missed it.
Was the one that actually, finished off Sasori because
the story is actually about to kill Chiyo, and the part where he misses that last attack. After he dies, Chiyo states that he missed on purpose. He could have killed her.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Chunin exams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like Sasuke for a moment. You know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he got wrecked by Rock Lee.
Wait, before we go to Sasuke, let's build up with it by introducing the Force of Death first, because that's where Sasuke gets big.
I personally loved both the manga panel and the anime episode whenever he got his curse mark. That's one of my favorite moments from the part 1.
Oh yeah.
Especially that power, man.
Yeah, dude. That was great.
Yeah, you got fucking ruthless when Cosmog was forced when it first active, and he just beat he beat he beat the sound ninja.
Yeah. Not to mention break Zaku's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nearly. Zaku's actually my favorite one in the Sound Ninjas.
Yeah,
And the fact that he grabbed his arms and nearly ripped him off. And at first I thought he did, because the way I watched an anime first, and the way they show it, where his body rips, it looks like he did it.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
He just crushes him and drops him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't even bother having an actual favorite from the actual sound because I knew they were all gonna be taken out. They were all gonna be
Well, I knew they were gonna lose. I just had hope that the sound would because of them more. Because imagine if Orochimaru kept the Sound Village, and like the whole Shippuden, he still had the Sound Village, and he had like his own army. So every time you get close, you have like a whole village to infiltrate.
You scored for me, guy.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for, but he disbanded. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys talk about the written portion of these? I apologize.
Yes. We talked about it some, not the entire thing.
Because I just wanted to say, the written portion of the exams to me was I loved it so much, man. I love the tactics, I love that entire part to me. I think it was episode 24, 25. That I love that so much. Just all that they did, because they acknowledged that they had to cheat in order to win, but it shows what they came up with and showing all the different types of techniques that you could use not only in the battlefield but even to gather intelligence. I thought that was really awesome by Kishi to show that a ninja's work isn't just to kill, but it's also to gather info.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome.
Yeah, and that's actually what caught me off guard. So I went to Chunin exams expecting a tournament, like the end of it was.
Yeah.
Or something like that, and they threw us right into written exam. I was like, what? This ain't school?
Yeah.
And it caught me off guard, and I enjoyed every moment, I gotta say. And I really loved the 10th question. That was so well thought out.
Well, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, especially when in Naruto struggle, because that kind of reminds me of when I take tests, like math tests, man.
Same.
Yeah, he was physically frozen in the top. I'm like, I don't know this shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. And what's so cool about the written exam is they gave us teasers on what everyone's powers were before we went to the forest, knowing who they might run into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gala's power was heavily teased during that time because he formed the third eye. He formed the sand eye just to look at everyone's people. Just then and I actually relayed info back. Like that was like okay, he can do that. I didn't know he could. Okay, that's a little scary.
Sasuke. Oh, what part caught you off guard the most? What really surprised me was Orochimaru's entrance. I expected someone big to come in, but what caught me off guard about it was how Sasuke reacted, how he broke down. That was the first time I seen Sasuke, screwing up.
I guess I can say Tomorrow's the one that kind of got me off guard too.
Yeah. Same.
Because Sasuke has always kept his composure. He even was not afraid to go at Zabuza at all. And Zabuza is probably one of the most bloodthirsty badasses in the Naruto universe.
Yeah.
I guess the second thing what really surprised me was like Lee's fight.
Yeah, Lee's fight was. I remember that. I loved Lee at first, and after when I saw Lee at Pachigara, I was like, fuck, he's gonna die, and I was like so sad. And when the second he took the weights off, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, and my actual, first, my first thought with those ways, oh, okay, so he's only winning with I'm a five extra pounds. No, fuck that shit. He's training with fucking 10-ton weights on his fucking legs, and they just make massive dents in the ground when they drop. I'm like, holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, imagine if he did that against Sasuke.
Oh my god.
I've actually
Just imagine.
The fights I want to see Gaara fight, I want to see him fight Neji, because they both have the ultimate defense. I really want to see him fight Shino, because I know the sand is crushed bugs, but I also know the bugs that eat the chakra of the sands fall. I was wondering which one would outdo each other.
Oh yeah.
Well, I would actually think that the well, I mean, seeing as how Gaara does have the One Tail is an infinite supply of chakra, I would actually think it would actually be too much for the bugs to actually handle.
Yeah, the One Tail's chakra is coming from the eat, but the thing is, the One Tail's chakra is not in every grain. Every grain has a small portion. So those sand attacks, they can eat them apart and keep them from hitting them. So I was kind of like, how would they outplay each other is kind of what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's actually a character that was actually kind of overshadowed. Shino did not get a huge part, and I was actually.
I originally thought he was having a big part. Because he was one of the strongest fighters in the Chunin exams.
Yeah.
So, what fights were y'all disappointed in? Aside from the Sakura and Ino that you brought up. Because I was also disappointed with Sasuke's first fight. Like, I felt like just a random dude. And basically, the reason why he fought him was so he had someone weak to beat while he was suffering from the curse.
Yeah.
I think I have to say Dosu versus Choji. That was just too quick.
Oh yeah,
Dosu.
I mean, Dosu was supposed to be, he was foreshadowed to be like Sasuke's skill, like he wanted to fight him. But the thing about him, Choji. I love Choji, and to see him just lose to like one punch, just boom. It was kind of disappointing because Choji had more in him.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be like a whole dedicated episode, but, not like 2 episodes, but at least one, like, somewhere everyone had, like, at least 1 or 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Only last, 5 minutes? Or 2?
It only took, like, yeah, it was over before it started. And,
Yeah.
and then when you see Choji fight later on, you're like, really, Choji? I mean, I know he used the pills in those fights, but even before he used the pills, what
Yeah.
he did showed that he was more than capable of fighting Dosu longer than he did.
Yeah.
Yes, because he was.
Yeah. You couldn't do this with your fight with your fight with I'm the Dosu. Okay, fine, whatever. And then when Dosu was actually paired to fight God next. Right then and there, I knew Dosu was dead. He was dead before he even got in the ring, literally. Because there was one scene where Dosu tried to kill God at night. I'm like, not a smart idea, Dosu.
Yeah, like Dosu
No.
could have done something big, but the fact that he went for Gara at the wrong time, which he thought was the right time, really screwed his character. Well, it wasn't screwed his character; it just screwed his life.
Yeah, because but at the same time, if we actually didn't actually do that, we never would have gotten the actual actual Sasuke and Nagara fight. So I mean, it kind of actually works out, but yeah,
Actually, let me ask you about that. What do you guys think about Sasuke's return?
I like the hair and the outfit he had. It was bad.
Yeah.
He looked pretty cool, and I gotta say, I was surprised at his speed. I was like, is that really it? And I said, the Shindori did not disappoint.
Yeah, the Chidori was hype. Man. When I saw that, I was like, oh, dude.
King Recon. I think you laughed.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably.
Yeah. So, how much y'all enjoy the fight?
Yeah, Sasuke and Gara.
Sasuke and a Gauss fight. That's my third favorite fight in the entire during the entire Chunin exams. That's my third favorite, but third favorite, but third favorite fight. Hang on.
Yeah, I probably have to say like the third or fourth, but the first one would probably have to be like Naruto versus Neji.
I mean, there's a few fights I was disappointed in. Like, I've already mentioned a few. Like, another one would be Tamari and Tintin. You know, she straight up got matched to her counter, so she could have had a good fight, but she got put to her counter, so she purposely would not win. I was like, you could have gave her a fight.
Yeah, no. Especially all the times I hate Tintin.
Like, poor Tintin, she always gets the shit in the stick.
Yeah, that part when like Tamari like pulled out her like fan and like got her by her back. It kind of looked like she like broke her back or something like from Batman.
I thought that she did break her back at first, the way she caught her.
I think.
She caught her on the end of a solid thing. Like, how's her back okay? It should not be okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
She at least had a back brace for the rest of Chunin exams or something. At least something like that.
But
we should include that.
And I miss.
We just brought up how Tintin fought Tamari, her complete utter counter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's actually when yeah, that's actually when I was actually, saying, to my, she was toying, 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 I'm a little. She was not fighting seriously. They thought she was not fighting seriously. Just wasn't. There was no way she.
I knew that Gaara's whole team was going to go through easily. Yeah. I was okay with Conqueror having an easy fight because he took off the other fodder that was left.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Mario one gets one of the main characters. One of the main Leaf Ninjas at that, too. And the fact that they picked someone that should have no trouble with rather than actually giving us a fight made me kind of sad. A little upset with it.
My bad.
Welcome back, Recon.
Hello. I had authenticated myself.
Wow.
Recon, are there any fights that you were upset with? Or talk about Sakura, Mari Tintin.
I was upset with. I was really upset with Rock Lee versus Gaara because I had a huge stain in my pants for like 50 weeks. So I mean,
I wasn't upset with that. I mean, I think it was epic to see Lee win, but I knew he wasn't gonna win. I thought he was gonna die, and I ended up having a nerdgasm. So.
Yeah, dude. Nah, Rock Lee versus Gaara is like for me top 5 like probably greatest fights I've ever seen, man. Rock Lee versus Gaara was phenomenal. It caught me off guard too.
Yeah, that was greatness. Yeah. I always say this, like Gaara must have had a good impression of the Leaf Village once he left. He went there, never been touched. Rock Lee, the first person to touch him. Sasuke, the first person to hurt him. Naruto, the first person to beat him. Like, you just got fucked.
Yeah, dude.
Like, damn, they took away all 3 of my titles.
Well, when Rock Lee took off the weights, that was that was too much, man. That was too much. Tamari was like, was gonna, what was it? It was like, dude, do you really think you're gonna get to Gaara's good defenses just by dropping a couple pounds of weight?
I think it was Oscar was talking smack.
Yeah,
Naruto.
I mentioned like
Naruto saying leave win. I like Kagero's face. He just like, what the fuck? He looks over at Naruto like, did you know?
Yeah, I just mentioned like, what will you imagine if Rock Lee took off the weights versus Sasuke? Like, how would that go down?
Oh man, dude, he would have wrecked Sasuke.
That would. Sasuke would dead.
I strongly believe that the Kishi is a genius for what he did, because Rock Lee would have destroyed anyone else in the Chunin exams if it wasn't for Gaara and using that type of his type of abilities. If not, Rock Lee would have wiped the floor, dude. Bruh, the moment he would have went into his the 5th gate, I don't care who it is, man, they're getting wrecked. If Gaara got wrecked, everyone else there is gonna stomp.
Yeah. Hey, what about all those Naruto fights, man? Like Naruto versus.
Me too.
Dude, actually, Naruto versus Kiba, that one I was surprisingly happy with, and I loved the ending.
I love the ending too. I love the ending too. Yeah.
Naruto versus Kiba. That was actually one of the more funnier fights because of the one part where Naruto fought right up Kiba's nose, and I'm like, oh.
That's what sold it for me, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fight. It's actually probably one of the weakest fights in the Chunin exams, yet I enjoy it. Like, one of my favorites over there. Yeah. It was so well done.
I loved it.
I just loved whenever he came with the Uzumaki Barrage, man. I was like, let's go.
Uzumaki
Barrage.
No,
It was a good fight.
Uzumaki Barrage. Yo, did y'all talk about Sasuke's design, bro? This man has beast design when it came to fight Gaara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
That
missed out
was
on that.
that was awesome. That was well, I actually, wasn't just his actual outfit. It was actually, it was just how he appealed, right with Kakashi.
Yeah, that
It's,
was beast.
As, they were all back. They were back to back. Sasuke was he was ready to fight. It was awesome.
Chunin! Ding, ding.
And but I honestly, think Sasuke was not completely ready to face Gaara. Definitely not ready to face Gaara, and because the training Naruto got from that was actually from Jiraiya, plus also when Jiraiya he took the seal he took off the extra seal he took off the 5-finger seal off that that was actually put. Oh, what? But I'm trying to force of my death, so you'd have access to the actual Ninetales chakra. Naruto was actually below suited to fight, but Naruto was below suited to actually fight Gaara, which we saw when we saw that's and that's when we saw Naruto fight Gaara when he was starting to actually transform into the into the One Tails, which is actually my favorite fight as of this entire arc. Naruto versus Gaara. Sasuke just was not ready to face him. Just wasn't. Okay, it looks like Recon left.
Oh, I just dropped. He might be back. You didn't really see you leaving.
Okay, yeah.
I stepped out for a second. So what are you talking about?
What I was saying was basically Sasuke was not ready to face Gaara. Naruto was because of his training with Jiraiya. That got him ready to actually face Gaara.
Well, Sasuke's one trained for Gaara. He just didn't reach the level he needed.
Yeah.
Naruto was trained for overall, chakra control, able to handle stronger opponents. Not necessarily Gaara. But the thing that led him to his victory was the toe technique.
Yeah, and the actual summoning jutsu was the exact thing he needed just to take on Gaara. That's the exact thing he.
That's like Gara. He Kaku.
Well, yeah. But was also was also he needed more access to the Ninetales chakra, which was cut off during the frost of frost of frost of frost of death by Roach Shimao because of the five single seal. So since he had a five single seal, he didn't have full access to the to the actual Ninetales chakra, and that's what he needed. But
So aside from what they took to beat Gara, what do you think about his siblings?
You mean like power-wise or their personalities?
Overall, like every aspect.
I love Tamari. Tamari was awesome. Kankuro, he was a little bit weird at first, but I liked how he used his puppets, you know, to break that guy's back, how he went up against Shino and then lost, and, you know. He's trying to do all he can to keep his brother happy. It was just like, you know, you're about to...
Yeah.
Please.
So what do you think about the tournament for the Jinjam's tournament, the Arena Realm tournament, I think it's, where Tamari went into the combat and would have lost by Shikamaru didn't throw it. As for Kankuro, he quit. Gave up his round.
Well, well, the part with the part with Kankuro so keeping up his actual match was that actually shows that basically his main focus was not the actual fight. It was his actual his main focus was his other mission. So as soon as he gave up his fight, that's when we will. That's when we saw his focus was actually really lying. He didn't care whether or not he actually became Chunin. He could honestly, you know, care less. But the thing is with Tamai, she was focused. She was focused on the actual mission as well, but the thing is, she didn't have to really try that hard to actually win. That wasn't until she had to fight Shikamaru, that's when she really had to try her hardest just to not lose.
Yeah, I like how they introduced how Tamori already has a high IQ. Her IQ is higher than the most, but compared to Shikamaru, her IQ does not compete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Shikamaru's fight was basically Tamai. When he actually said, in his own mind, he had already won. He had already won, but the actual thing is, he just didn't have the chakra.
Yeah, finished it out.
Yeah. So
I think he said he planned like 200 moves more.
Yeah. And right at that second, that's when Shikamaru became that's when he became my actual favorite, but my favorite male character. For Naruto, because I was because it was that calculation he actually had. When he tried, it said that he had already won the fight. But he also knew when to actually, but he knew when he knew when to actually, when he knew how to, he knew when to actually pull back. That's what led him to becoming the actual first Chunin out of the 9.
Yeah, I think he was the only one written down to pass before the third finish. Like he passed him before the exam was even over.
Yeah. But but you know, my actual thoughts are as the actual Chunin exams did not actually end the way that they did. Naruto would have passed.
Probably,
Naruto would have passed.
Especially after being Neji, that probably would have passed my theory from what he pulled. Like even Kashi copied that move.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, if he was tuning.
So I think Naruto would have passed, but I don't know. But the energy versus Naruto fight that was also very, very good. What did you guys think? How the Naruto and the Neji.
Oh, I love it.
That was actually one of my favorite fights, actually.
Favorite.
Well, it wasn't for Naruto Fox. We already know that Naruto would have lost. But aside from that, it showed a lot of growth, and it showed, Neji was way more skilled, but, Naruto was kind of, his whole point of the fight was that no matter how skilled you are, a prodigy can be overcome with hard work.
We also learned about
that part where
curse mark. Well, it's not really a curse mark. It's like some type of insignia.
Well,
it was I think it was a I forgot what they called it. It was some sort of seal that imprisoned them to the rest of the clan.
Right about that. Something to like protect their Bakugan from like being.
Well, the higher clan don't have it. The high class is low class.
Hinata, she
The
doesn't
high
have it.
class have a jutsu that give you immense headache that would make you collapse on the ground, and basically they use it to enslave you and make you guard the higher class members.
Yeah. And plus also once let's also once Neji lost, he actually read the scroll at his actual dad had left what before he had died. That was really really emotional. And he actually finally got closure. From his actual father's death, which I actually think was the turning point. The turning point as in the Negi's, as in Negi's Negi's Kawak, so when he read that wall, that's when he kind of changed.
Alright. You're staying there. But the overpowering, like what Naruto did with the Nine Tails, and I was a little bit like shocked that if he loses this fight, but then when he came out of nowhere and punched him uppercut and just got him there. Only took one punch.
Was one uppercut right from the friggin' ground. Because you have to assume Eggy was probably dead tired. He was probably very, very, very tired. Then just one punch just laid him out. So it was just the constant use out of his Kugan plus the length of the actual fight, just freaking topped him out. That one punch just. He was done.
So,
Yeah.
Are you talking about the left uppercut?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That last punch, Naruto.
Nope. That was a impressive punch. I liked how the I can't remember his name. The guy who was judging the match. How he even stopped to be like, "This is one hell of a punch."
I forgot.
I'm not even actually really sure because I actually think he got I think he got cut down or something.
Well, no, the one who got cut down was the one who did the preliminaries. The one who did the final.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he lived.
Yeah, she got cut down by a Baki.
Yeah, he was a swordsman with a cough. Yeah.
Yeah, which is actually something you know for actual ninja to that an actual ninja like that constantly coughs. You know, he can't really hide that well because he's like oh shit.
Yeah. Well, that's why he acts as the I think he was like Takage's guard or something like that. Due to his cough, he couldn't really do like stealth missions.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw him, I thought that he was the father to the little kid with Kamaru, who's always sick.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like maybe something random family and they're all sick or something.
Yeah.
But now I was wrong about that.
But yeah,
He actually killed by Gara Sensei. I really wish we got to see Gara Sensei fight. Like he was hyped up to be. Yeah, he was hyped up to be at the level to, not necessarily Kakashi's level, but he was hyped to be up there around those people. And we didn't see him fight at all. Even Shippuden, he never gets a chance.
it's actually, it sucks because, well, during the entire Chunin exam arc, there was like a lot of characters that were actually, fairly really hyped up, but we actually never got to, see them fight. Which I'm not too entirely happy. I'm not entirely happy. With because we could have seen so much, but the thing is we didn't. Kind of sucks. But there's nothing we can do.
I also want to ask Gaara's backstory. What did y'all think about the similarities between him and Naruto's backstory?
Oh, it was sad.
Yeah, they were both sad. The only difference was basically just the fact that Naruto did eventually make friends, but Gaara, he pretty much continued to be to actually be feared, and people from his own village tried to constantly kill him.
I think it's funny though?
What?
If you look at Naruto's backstory, and I think what Chunin or something like that, the white-haired dude, who was with Iruka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if he was Iruka. If Iruka's one did that, Naruto would have ended up the same way as Gaara if Iruka's one did that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Naruto would.
Naruto is so close to the same thing happening to him.
Yeah. Naruto was. He was always walking that. He was walking a very fine line. The only thing I would take was just one thing, just to push him over to the actual wrong side. Then it would have been all over. one little nug. That's all it would take. That's all it would have taken. Then Naruto would have been exactly like God. The only difference is that the elite village would cease to exist because the Nine Tails is just that much more powerful.
Oh yeah.
Well, theoretically, Nine Tails has to take over the body first.
Yeah, true, but the thing is, I actually think Naruto would have been just like Shinoga, so you probably would have let it. You know,
So
let his angle, just take over.
that's what I realized we missed. We missed a really big player in the Chunin Gems,
What?
and that's Kabuto.
Kabuto, yes, Kabuto.
I completely forgot about him.
Reader.
Well, he is actually like kind of easily missed because because he was there for the written part. He was there for the first of death. As soon as he got out of the forest of death, he just left.
Yeah, he just was like, "Oh, I quit."
The thing about that, he didn't just leave. He showed up to where Sasuke had been concealed, and he kept popping up, taking out Anbu. And before that, he was our source of information. He's how we knew everything.
Yeah.
So he played a really big role.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one who initiated the ambush in the final rounds of Chunin Exam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really shocked when Kabuto was actually with Orochimaru as a spy. I was like, "Oh, how could you do this, Kabuto? After what you done for Naruto and the rest of it."
I do have to know something, but yeah, I was thrown off with it too. I didn't expect the whole Orochimaru thing to come out to play. Because I mean, the way he seems like a two shoes, but the way that he's just always there, and always helping them, is suspicious. Like,
yeah,
characters that do that, something's up with them. But finding out that he was with Orochimaru, yeah, that was like, what the fuck?
The actual one thing that was the most suspicious was the fact that he took the exams so many times, but he kept on leaving right at a certain point, the same exact time. I'm like, huh. You keep on taking the same exam, but leave at the exact same time. Something is up. Something is up with this guy. This is not normal. So then when it was revealed that he's actually walking for the sound, like, that's my motherfucker. Okay.
I love the sound introduction. I love their base abilities. Like I said earlier, I wish their voice stayed, because I actually do want to see what they're more to come with. Because what kind of jutsus can you come up with? Because they had a large variety. I mean, a lot of them was sound based, but they had some that weren't even sound based. And of course, all the leaks had curse marks, so they're always interesting.
Yeah. Fuck. One of the other fights that actually, the main big fight that actually happened was actually the third Hokage is Shimano, and that's when he brought back the Frost in second.
Yeah.
Okage.
Yeah.
And basically that was the point that people thought, like oh my god, he brought back the Frost in second. This is gonna be epic. But it wasn't as epic as people thought that it actually would be.
I don't know what people say. So I know some people say it's their actual favorite fight, and that surprises me. But some people are actually really absorbing it. But what got me off in that fight was when Rushmore brought back the previous Hokages. I was like, oh shit. At first I thought the third was going to win. But when that happened, I was like, oh shit, this is not going to be a pretty fight.
No, it's not.
You know, plus I actually I'm a think Shimao he the actual way he actually brought back the first and second I'm a Hokage. What I think he did is that basically he cut the powers and he cut the powers down just so they wouldn't turn on him because I think the first and second Hokages should have been able to do a lot more than they actually did. They were severely underpowered. But that's just a theory.
Yeah. What do you think about the introduction of the Sound Engine 4? When they pulled the pillars and the barriers going to fight?
During that, I was like, are we going to, like, see more of these guys? Like, you know,
Yeah.
Not but they were really, they were really cool, like, seeing, well, they only performed, like, what? One of them performed one of their special jutsu, but most of the time they were just pulling up that pillar so the third Hokage won't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cocky too. Like they were saying things like, "We can take out this whole village on our own" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were hyped up.
They're actually considered to be on level to be able to fight Kakashi on par, at least for a short amount of time. I'm pretty sure Kakashi beat any of them one-on-one, but they're stated all to be able to fight him at least for a short amount of time at a higher level. So when you look back how they lost, they were defeated. You think that's kind of bullshit. But yeah, they're really up there. They're supposed to be top tier ninja.
Well,
and when you look at Kimimaru, appearance there, he probably could kill Kakashi.
Yeah, but it was just his actual I was actually just his actual I was yeah, but the one thing that actually really held him back was the fact that he was sick, so he couldn't really do as much. He couldn't do that much.
All willpower and chakra. He couldn't control his body at all.
Yeah. Yeah. But that actually, but it does make me glad that basically, I'm a guy was the last one to actually face him, because Kimi Amo was that powerful. There was really no other, there was no other, character that I could actually really give Kimi 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 Amo the actual fight that he seriously, the match that he seriously I needed, as except for Algar.
Yeah,
Because
and he would have killed her. Like, he was so close to doing so. Like, I don't think there's anyone that can stop him. Other than, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but I don't think anyone that was within the area would be able to stop him.
yeah, because I actually think as if he actually lived for just a few more, for a few more seconds, he would have taken out Gar. But the thing is, Gar, he got lucky. They died right at that second. Because if it was a second or so later, it would have been over.
Can we go back to leave it there for now? Because I want to say that I want to talk about the fights then. So back to for Chunin.
Yeah, sorry about that.
How do you believe Orochimaru and the Third's fight ended?
How
Orochimaru and the Third Kage's fight ended? Sorry, Toby.
How that ended? Like, can't use his arms. Like,
you guys arms. Yeah, you guys arms sealed. Then the third Hokage just falls with a smock.
so basically, it was just a draw, and no one actually won.
Yeah, no one really. Well, I would actually say it was a. I can't even say that it wasn't really a win. It's not really a tie either, because the actual sound and sand they did have to actually fall back. Just as
it was a win at a point. He didn't win his fight, but he lost the invasion. But when the fight started, it was a win. They took a blow that was too heavy for him to receive. Like, the cost of the win was too much for him.
Yeah. Well, the fact that she losing the third Kage took out the first and second, and the first and second Hokage with him. She came out his arms. Yeah, I would actually call that a win, but at the same time,
that they were being controlled against their will, and they were probably trying to fight back, exceeding their level. I'd probably say they're fighting at 30% maximum because they were fighting against their bodies being controlled at the same time.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Plus, also, I'm not entirely sure when, but the fourth Kazekage was actually found was found dead, and then he found out that 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 they that at the sound let the sound be let the sound be to wait them, which which they had no choice but to actually you have to go back to the leave. It's like that whole war thing. I'm sorry about that. Because the guy that we kind of teamed up with, he kind of killed our leader. Yeah, and the thing is, we didn't know it. So yeah, can you take us back, please? Yeah, I'm like, okay. Oh. But I actually, do like how the fight ended with the actual with the Kage facing himself to make sure that the village was actually safe. That was good.
And the third one happened. He died with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
But it didn't make a lot of questions, like who's next to lead and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so the Chunin House part was the third funeral. The one part of the funeral. I gotta say, I actually did cry. I didn't really care for the third a lot. But just watching the funeral, I got teary eyed. Especially when, the whole part of Harvard, you can't accept it, and you see Recon trying to wrestle the Naruto, kind of like in Naruto getting. There's a lot of symbolism in the whole funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am actually, just actually realizing now, like, just how long it has been since I've actually seen these fights, but they are just so clear in my mind right now. I'm like, oh yeah. My dog just came in.
So, what part of the funeral get to the or did they get to you at all? Either one of you.
What was that?
So, what part of the funeral got to you, if any part of the funeral got to either one of you?
Your mic is kind of a mess. It's up.
You're glitching up.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me? Or is it...
Yeah, that's a lot better.
What I was asking is, what part of the funeral got to you, like, emotional way, if any part of the funeral, got to you at all?
The entire thing. Just the entire, funeral. I mean.
Yeah, basically the whole thing.
Just damn.
For me, like, a close second part for a mention is Alstuma, when Kurenai mentions to him. I forget exactly what she said, It was something along the lines of, that was his father, like, that's his father, kind of like his legacy. Like, I'll assume it was a legacy for him. And that part didn't get to me. But the part that got me the most was when, I believe it was Kurenai? Could have been Uncle, but I think it was Kurenai. Approached Kakashi at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "You just got here all late?" And Kakashi's like, "No, I've been here from the beginning." Kakashi's known for being late, but he was the first one there at the funeral.
Yeah, which, yeah, and that's yeah, and that's the reason because he usually visits one tablet that lists all of the heroes that as of the Leaf. But this is the one time that I feel like he didn't actually do that. He was there, the first one there, and I'm like, damn, really important, really important, damn. But the entire funeral was just the entire thing just got me. It just hit me like right in the heart.
Alright, so from right here, I'm going to end in 30 minutes. So for the 30 minutes, we can discuss about any parts of the Chunin exams, but I can talk about anything. If there's anything you want to discuss.
Okay.
Seems like we kind of got through almost everything.
Yeah. The only thing that we really didn't discuss too much was Naruto's winning that was actually with Shimaya. That was really yeah, the Bobby Sage. Yeah.
We actually, I don't think did we discuss that at all? Or just mention that when I stepped out?
Mentioned Jiraiya.
Well, I had mentioned it, well, him, a few times, but one of my favorite parts was actually when he summoned the Toad right on top of the giant snake, and he had that damn, what the fuck? He had this very elaborate entrance, like the guy that Toad Sage is here. Like, what the?
Oh, that was funny.
Jiraiya, the Toad Sage. He'd be like popping in on his wooden sandals.
Yeah, and he's on the wooden clogs, like.
They're just like, I'm not having it. I remember Kakashi got Ebisu. Ebisu is supposed to be the best tutor. And Jiraiya just walked in like, nope, you're a chump. I'm going to teach him.
Yeah. And the, and, and the other thing is Naruto really needed Jiraiya to actually, he needed Jiraiya to actually teach him because of the five single seal he actually needed removed.
Yeah, because Orochimaru sealed the chakra around Ninetales.
Yeah. Which actually they really which really messed up. Which really messed up. You know, which really messed up. Messed
Is chakra control, right?
Yeah, he messed that entire thing up because because at this point Naruto's control was actually really decent, but as soon as he had that five-finger seal based on
his control was only decent because of Kakashi's tree training.
Yeah, but as soon as he got that five-finger seal, that actual control was out the window.
Yeah, and Jiraiya not only returned it, but completed his training on walking on water.
Yeah.
And then went on to train him how to summon toads, which is even a step farther than what he's going to learn.
Yeah. Well, plus he also learned how to kind of utilize the actual. He learned how to utilize the actual the Ninetales chakra more without actually getting.
Yeah, Jiraiya nearly killed him for that.
Yeah.
Push him up the cliff to get him to pull that chakra out.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That was a kind of a sequel swim deal, you know. You make the choice.
I find it so hilarious because it shows how irresponsible Jiraiya is. Because he says, "Good thing it worked." Like, what was supposed to happen if it didn't work?
Oh, yeah. Well then, Naruto would have been the shortest manga series ever.
And it was his death in the middle of the second major arc. Well, damn.
I was like, he died, huh? Well, that happened.
I would have laughed if he just died there, and then the show was about Sasuke from then on.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would have been interesting.
Biggest plot twist ever.
I actually wanted to actually see Shawai's face when he died. Like, fuck. He's supposed to summon a toad, like heal, like.
I ended up looking down, like, huh, Kakashi's gonna kill me.
Like, this wasn't supposed to happen. This is not how. This is okay.
Well, that went different than expected. I don't know. We also another part we missed. Rock Lee, after Gaara shattered his arms and legs, we didn't talk about all those push-ups and backstory.
Oh yeah.
And how he felt that he couldn't fight. You know how Guy's feelings too.
Yeah. Yeah. She wanted so much to actually fight, but he couldn't. That wasn't until Tsunade got back. She got back to the actual village.
Yeah, to perform the I think it was like a 50-50 chance to be healed or permanently damaged forever, like even worse.
Um, it was actually, really, really would have.
I would have took that deal anyways. Like, this is the only chance, and it's you of all people. I'm taking it.
Yeah. Well, all the it's famous how she is really, really famous. Medical ninja. Like, yes, sign me up. Come on, let's go. Come on.
So what do you think about that, Slice?
Yeah.
The whole deal of Lee being injured and how Guy felt?
Like, the whole 50-50 chance, if it were me, I would take it because I would not want to, you want to achieve your dream, and if you have to, like, it's like that Shia LaBeouf meme, like, just do it. Just, you just have to take that risk. So I'm glad.
Just do it, Lee. Just do it.
Just do it. Make your dreams come true.
Well, technically, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he did it. If he ended up, like, crippled all his life throughout the series, that would have been this depressing.
I'm so glad he did. At the same time, I'm very depressed about it. Because in Shippuden, what the fuck, Lee? How the hell were you some mediocre ninja rather than kicking all the top ninjas' asses?
Yeah.
Like, what's his type of taijutsu control? I don't understand. His only, like, really, really good fight came from a filler. I'm like, really?
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
I know, because Lee had so much potential. Especially, he was a fan favorite and probably one of the best fighters, one of the strongest fighters that we got to view in regular Naruto.
Yeah,
Shippuden rolled around. It was just Neji's the only one who could do anything. Guy and Neji. Lee was just a third wheel who couldn't help, like Tintin. I was like, how come Lee can't help? I don't get it.
Yeah, and well. Yeah, and well, I am actually, glad Lee got better later on. She actually was more. He was more useful, but with the first part, as a Naruto, she just didn't really do much.
Yeah.
At all. Well, no. Well, he did have the little fight with King Yamato. Might be for Gala took over, and basically Lee, he displayed his drunken fist, which was funny as hell.
Yeah, when he took his quote-unquote medicine.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna try something. A little challenge match. If you're all okay with that.
All right.
So in the final Chunin exams, Save wasn't they weren't interrupted, how do you think the fights would have gone? Say they weren't there to ambush, Kankuro and Shino would have fought, and Shino won that fight. And the only reason why it was a tie outside the arena was because of poison. But you can't use poison, so we know Shino would have won that.
Yeah, he would.
So if we go down to finish the fights,
Yeah.
Sasuke we know would have lost Gaara.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it would restart to
Naruto.
It'll be Naruto and Tamori, right?
Naruto and
Tamori. Those are the first two to fight, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Naruto and Neji was the first fight, and Tamari and Shikamaru followed after. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so here's what the match is going to be. Who do you think would have won between Naruto and Tamari at that time?
I would have to actually go with Tamari, mainly because she is the long range fighter. She has the actual wind style. Naruto would not be able to get Nihon, unless he used the Night Tails.
Oh yeah.
Chakra. That would be the only way he would get Nihon.
Yeah, and he just used it on Neji, so he wouldn't be able to kind of burst it out again like that. He needs time. So what do you think, Slice, on the matter?
Well, if Naruto used the Nine Tails, he could have won. But if he didn't, then I have to say Tamari there because of the whole long range thing and her wind powers. I can see that probably Naruto.
Yeah, I can see Naruto trying to shadow clone surround her and the wind just blowing him completely away. So that lead to the next match would be Shino versus Gaara. Who do you think would win between those two? And keep in mind, Gaara would be injured from Sasuke Shindori. That's what happened in the actual fight.
Yeah. Well, here's how he was angry. Showed what he was angry doing his fight was Sasuke. He would still have a lot of power. Plus, he would be extremely pissed.
Well, the thing is, he used a lot of chakra in that fight, and he'd be injured. And you could say Shikaku, but I really don't think that they would allow that because his village had a rule against someone there. They only allow him to use it for certain missions, I believe.
Yeah. Well, if Sheena would have to act very, very fast. He would have to act fast, just to get shit insects, just to eat at his chakra, to actually eat the chakra that's infused with his actual fan, so he's completely helpless. Then I do see Shino kind of winning, but at the but I still think Gawa would actually still be able to be able to actually kind of fight back, kind of, because even if he actually does not use the actual sand, he's still a very capable fighter. He actually does know the basics.
So what do you think on it, Slice?
On the Gara and Shino thing.
Yes.
Not to say Gara on that one.
And what's the reasoning behind that?
Just to see how Gara would do against Shino, seeing that they kind of both have similarities with, like, bugs and then with sand. I would feel like Gara would, like, just annihilate Shino with all he's got with that, with his sand. And, maybe he would have some difficulties against Shino, but Shino would just lose here. I'm sorry, I think he would lose.
Okay, so you're all in for Gara? And
yep.
So what was your vote, Titan?
My vote was actually my vote was actually for Shino, but it would have been like a very
Tough battle.
Close fight.
See,
would have been a very close fight.
How do you think that? If Gara was going in completely fully healed, I think Gara would destroy. But if he was injured and low in chakra, I actually think Shino could win if Shino plays it smart and makes the battle of stamina, because Gara had a lot of stamina issues back then, and Shino absorbs his chakra, so those would play into factor if Gara was already low. If he's not, I don't think he can.
Yeah.
And then following that, for the final round, Tamari versus Gara. We already know Gara would own Tamari.
Yep.
Tamari would be too afraid to even fight.
Yeah.
So instead of discussing that, I'm gonna discuss the Shino one if you're okay with that, because Tamari versus Gara wouldn't make sense.
Alright.
So, who do you think would win between Tamari and Shino then?
Well, they are both long-range fighters, so it would be kind of even. And again, Shino would actually, win because he would have to have his bugs go around, kind of sneak up on Tamai, and she would have like a whole lot of bugs on her back, is just sucking up control chakra, and it will be done.
That's what I was thinking the same way.
Yeah.
Those bugs will up on her somehow.
Well, to me, it comes to an issue if can Shino get the bugs sneak up on her, or would her win be too much and cut them up really close? That's what I'm trying to think.
Well, yeah. Well, Shino, he is very smart. She would actually probably utilize the actual tunnel Naruto actually made when he was fighting Nexi to basically have his bugs go down that go actually go down that hole, then basically pop up. You know that I would actually be if Tamai was actually right behind the actual white hole. So he just has to send his bugs down that
So you feel like
hole.
Shino would catch her off guard the way Shikamaru did.
Yeah.
I know Shino's smart. I don't doubt he would come up with that strategy, but Tamari's smart too. Do you think she'd be caught by the same trick twice?
Well, not exactly the same trick, but because it's bugs, it's not shadows. You know, so not exactly the same trick, but I mean, but that's just how I can kind of see it look.
Yeah. So Slice, you feel the same way or any different?
After hearing that is really hard to say. I guess I will go with Tamari now.
You going with Tamari now?
Yeah, I guess not to say that.
So you're a split.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty interesting in there. So I'm gonna end the stream with like 3 minutes. So, is there any last words you'll have to say about the Chunin exam as a whole?
My final thoughts for the Chunin exams. That's definitely one of my favorite moments. That's in the entire first part of the entire Naruto series. Just the first part because there's a lot of fights happened. There's a lot of development, and just the final fight. So yeah. And I can hear myself.
Slice, he's echoing on you.
Yeah, he's echoing me.
Okay, so finish your thought.
Okay, and I have to say, this arc, great. I really like this arc. This arc I really enjoyed when I was in middle school. You know, seeing the fights, the invasion, Naruto's growth in his strength with the Nine Tails, meeting Jiraiya, especially Sasuke, seeing what he's done, and I gotta say it was just great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there's nobody in here. Guys, can you mute?
Say what?
You're echoing my voice.
Oh.
Right. Sorry. So this is the end. Obviously, I'm gonna do more retro streams. If you like the versus rounds, I can do more of them, or suggest people or certain shows to do. I can get people in and do some versus rounds you all like. It goes for y'all too. Y'all can ask to be part of them or ask to recommend versus rounds if y'all like the idea of it, what we just did a second ago. Aside from that, I guess Axelmont 4 signing off.